Before we start, I'm sick, I sound funny, and you probably see that my face is peeling. Okay. Hello YouTube, welcome back to Everyone's Mad at Celebrities for Not Thinking Fat is Beautiful, and how dare they, because it's 2022. So everyone's mad and complaining on TikTok. It's what they do. So over a month ago, Taylor Swift released an album called Midnight, I don't know, I'm not a Swiftie, but it got fat activists rolling out of bed and onto the couch with their corn dogs to complain about a 2-second clip where Taylor Swift weighs herself, her past self, and the scale says, fat.
Taylor Swift thinks being fat is a bad thing.
It is.
Which even that is irresponsible.
It's actually quite a responsible thing to do. Obesity ain't great.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. The problem.
Here to say it again, but yes, even someone who has dealt with EDs can be fat phobic. Yeah, that's most of the point of the ED that you're talking about. Part of it is control, and the other part is they don't want to be fat. It's a serious fear, a mental issue, and in 2022, mental health and mental problems is a very important thing. So this just in, everyone, if you don't know, fat positive individuals don't give a about your mental illness if you're thin. If you're fat, then it's fine.
If you're confused as to why fat people are upset about Taylor Swift's anti-hero music video,
I'm not. It's because you guys are insecure, don't like the way you look, and don't believe that everybody is beautiful yourself. You don't believe it yourself, but continue to lie to you and your followers that having your stomach hit the floor is an attractive and great thing to have. So, when you hear a thin woman not even say, but imply to you that it's not great, you guys flip. I'm not confused at all.
and the moment where she steps on the scale and it just says fat, I want to explain.
Enlighten me, baby.
In case there's anyone left on this planet who has not seen the video, it's literally like 2 seconds where she steps on the scale right here and it says fat. And because the song and the music video are about self-hatred, it can be inferred that this is a bad thing.
It is, but keep going. I love it when you speak your nonsense.
So the reason that fat people are upset about that is because when you portray fat as a bad thing in your music video, even for a second, all of the young impressionable people watching that video are gonna internalize that.
Oh, shut the up. Y'all really did the think of the children. Y'all really gonna act like you're not the ones triggered over this because of your own internalized issues. By the way, if you hear little growlies, it's because the other dogs try to take Rigby's little tree bark or bark thing that he has, and both of them are down here staring up at him like, we gon' take it from ya. Y'all really gonna act like you're not the ones triggered over this because of your own internal issues with how you look and how many goddamn Christmas cookies you ate? Because I know y'all ate a lot. Don't lie to me. Calm down there. We know this is all about you and not the children. Anyway, they were very upset about this. They didn't care that Taylor Swift struggled with an ED. They didn't care that they always screamed,
"Don't invalidate my feelings,"
as they invalidated Taylor Swift's feelings and her own, personal feelings and experience. Instead, they decided to invalidate hers and prioritize theirs. All they cared about is that Taylor Swift's worst fear is looking like me. How dare she not want to look like me? Could you imagine if every other person that said they didn't want to look like me because I'm too muscular and I got pissed? Hello, Brandy, and welcome to your first training appointment. Now, before we start, I just need to know, what is your goal?
Well, I really want to be more active and lose some weight and just tone up my muscles overall. But I don't want super big muscular arms.
What?
I just don't want to look super strong, like shoulder caps and biceps.
Shoulder caps? I have shoulder caps. Biceps? I have those too.
Like really muscular, like really big and strong looking women. Oh. Girl? You okay?
How dare you say you would hate to look like me?
I never said that.
You think this is easy? You think you're better than me?
None of those words left my mouth at all.
Do you know how blatantly disrespectful it is to say that my body is your worst nightmare? I'll show you your worst nightmare. ahead, Brandy. You haven't started training yet. And remember, Brandy, you can't fight me off. You didn't want arms like mine. In fact, there was a song that highlighted fat women, a TikTok song that made them go crazy, and they loved it. And then skinny girls started using the song to talk about their body issues. And they said, hey, that song's not for you.
I found out about the shenanigans on Twitter when fat feminists
Love her, that's our girl.
We're gonna have another conversation of what it's like to be fat on the internet. So I tweeted this about the Taylor Swift video, and unfortunately, this tweet went viral.
She hates us. But do you guys remember her, Fat Feminist? I'll link her videos down below or on the screen or whatever, but we've got a video coming up about Fat Feminist very, very soon.
tweeted about it. Skinny people using this song specifically about growing up as a fat person to talk about their teeth and how they're too skinny, and it's such a great analogy for where mainstream body positivity is now compared to what it was intended for. It was created to liberate the most marginalized of bodies, you know, black, brown, disabled, fat, super fat bodies, and now it's been watered down to being about self-love and body image. This song isn't for you. This song isn't for you. Yes, I'm gatekeeping. Yes, I'm gatekeeping this. This is specifically about growing up fat and being fat.
But then when a skinny woman comes out with a song about herself and her experience with an ED and expresses how she used to see her body, especially in Hollywood, you know, through the early 2000s where super skinny was in and talking about people's body was in and acceptable, and saying, hey, did you gain weight? You know, like 3 pounds? You look a little chubby there, and they're not chubby, they're still very thin, is just peachy, you know, makes a song about her own personal issues, give a little attention to the opposite side, and they flip. Did this group ever maybe think that maybe
This song isn't for you.
I guess they don't like being left out. So Taylor Swift ended up changing the song on, like, I think YouTube or something. They cut it out. She bowed to her demands. She saw her wrongdoings of expressing what she felt about her own body. And they, the fat positive movement, were very satisfied.
That little change made such an impact. Just by getting rid of this one scene, there was such a big difference in the video. And that's literally all we were asking for.
They didn't see a word that they use on all of their platforms, and it's supposedly empowering to them. But now that the dust has settled on that, they have turned their attention to a new target. Rebel Wilson. Their used to be ally is on their radar because her clothing line won't fit that. Literally, Rebel Wilson's clothing line only, in their words, only goes up to an extra large. And do you know who's mad about it? Everyone who's above an extra large.
We are back with another episode of Audacity Was on Sale. Let's get into this story. Some of you may know her as Rebel Wilson, but the rest of us, we know her as Fat Amy.
It's been 5 years since the last Pitch Perfect movie. Get over it.
Rebel Wilson just released a clothing line, and here's the tea. It only goes up to an extra large.
When someone says, here's the tea, I want it piping hot with 2 T's. So-and-so had an affair. Super Christian pastor guy is now gay. Blair White twerked down the aisles of Walmart with her flip-flopper out. Would be defined as piping hot tea. But you not being able to fit your ass cheeks into celebrities' clothing is cold. It's very cold tea, and I ordered it hot. Take it back.
Now this got me to thinking, how can you be a part of a community for so long and then you release a clothing line and you're excluding others?
Didn't you guys put her in this community? She was the designated fat chick in movies, and you guys were like, yes, you are one of us. One of us. One of us. But she didn't sign a contract with you guys to never lose weight, right? No, she never signed the contract with Fat Women of America. She doesn't do business with you. She has no ties, obligation, or need to include anyone.
I'm just confused. Part of me feels like, girl, not only were you in this community, but you get it. You have the knowledge, you have the understanding, like you get what it is like to be a full-figured woman.
Yes, hard, which is why she lost weight. She was probably also tired of not being able to fit in clothes that she wanted to fit into. That doesn't mean she has to create clothes that her old body would fit into. You can do that though.
Why wouldn't you want to cater to the people that have supported you?
I'm so happy that you asked, because you all didn't support her. You used her. You used her body. Yes, they used her body to feel better about their own fat bodies. Have you actually supported her? What do you do to support Rebel Wilson? Say that she's pretty? That's like compliments her? That sounds very misogynistic. You know those men that they'll pay for something or they supported you. Now you have to give me something. She doesn't owe you shit.
It's almost like she's like, sorry, can't relate. Girl, do better. Let's stop experimenting with clothing sizes and let's do what needs to be done, because everyone deserves to be included.
No, they don't. It's impossible. No one needs to be included in Rebel Wilson's sweatpants. I promise you that you will live a great life if you never get Rebel Wilson's sweatpants. You'll be, I've never bought a celebrity's clothing, and in fact, I've got sweatpants on right now. And I am peachy keen. Can we talk about the lack of size inclusivity in Rebel Wilson's new brand, WTF? And of course we can talk about it. It's what this video is all about. Let's go.
So I'm just learning about Rebel Wilson's new clothing brand, R&R, that launched at the beginning of November. I'm just confused.
Why are all these people so confused? Don't make me explain this the way a Black parent tries to help their kid with their math homework, okay? Here, let me break it down. Rebel's clothes go up to an extra large. If you are too obese to fit into it, reduce your calories to lose weight, and then your ass cheeks can fit. If not, move on.
I don't understand how someone who is plus size for a majority of her career, a majority of her life, someone who knows how hard it is to be fat, to shop for clothing and actually find it in your size, I don't understand how someone with that background, that knowledge, can release a brand that only goes up to an XL.
Does this not sound familiar to the last woman? I feel like these guys, or women, they're mostly women, just go, like they have a meeting. Whoever coordinates these meetings hands out a complaint rubric for them to follow on all their socials, and then there it is. They all just repeat the same shit. Yes, I think Rebel Wilson knows how hard it is to find clothes when you got a little too much.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds.
You know, stuff folding over. It is very hard to find like really cute clothes. The bigger you get, the harder it is to find really cute clothes. But she took control of that. She decided to change. But if you don't want to change, then don't. Continue waiting for someone else to help you out with the clothing situation, because no one's gonna help you stop eating the Twinkies. But she took action and y'all are mad or confused.
And, you know, people's biggest argument for this is always like, oh, it's so expensive to, you know, have so many size ranges.
No, that's not mine. My biggest argument is if you don't like that you can't fit into something, stop eating them buttered grits and get on the treadmill and off your butt cheeks.
It's Rebel Wilson. Okay, she got money.
She can't afford it. She's rich. I hate when people say that. I hate it. Honey, I don't care how much money I have. I will spend my money however I want, on what I want. I will buy whatever my heart desires because it's my money.
It's so disheartening. It's so disheartening that
couldn't even finish her sentence. Let's look at the next.
She has commented on the backlash and says due to the great success, she may be increasing the sizes. I'm sorry, I call bullshit. It's just such an excuse. She literally launched clothing ranges dedicated to the plus size community when she herself was plus size. But now it seems to be because she's no longer part of the plus size community, she just wants to distance herself from fat people.
Wait, are you telling me that Rebel Wilson already had a clothing line for obese people? Cool news, Rebel Wilson launched her own plus size clothing line. So there was already a plus size Rebel Wilson line out, and y'all are mad because some sweatpants won't fit you this time around. And get this, the sizes were 14 to 24. So not only did she exclude smaller people from a line she released, but no one else was complaining. But then in this article, back in the day, it says, I do hope that she will consider extending her sizing options to at least 4 to 5x. Fingers crossed. It's literally never enough. Guys, just a reminder that this video is sponsored by my protein donut business. If you are a sweet freak like me, click the link below and get yourself a low sugar cake-like texture donut. Also, shout out to my client turned pretty much sister for helping me out with this skit. She's also on YouTube. She's vegan. She shares her meals and story times, and that is linked below as well. Thank you so much, Brandy. Oh my God, I didn't know she already had a line where she excluded thin people. Did these people ever think that maybe
It isn't for you.
Well, you guys, that's it. You know my opinion. What is yours? Please don't forget to subscribe. It really means a lot. It really helps me out, especially if you like and comment and share. That will give you so many kisses. And check out the videos on the Fat Feminist. More videos on her coming soon that I listed below or on the screen. And I will see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.